Okay, so I'm doing a review on the Hollywood RV Rider bike rack for e-bikes. So this is designed to hold two e-bikes up to 80 pounds apiece, so a total of 160 pounds. And it is designed to hold tire widths up to 5 inches. So if you have e-mountain bikes especially, this is the perfect rack for you. So right now the rack is in the storage position, and we can bring it down to the loading position with this knob adjustment here. So if we remove this, then we can tilt it down and replace the bolt. And it is now ready for loading. A couple of things I want to point out. So this rack comes with a keyed hitch lock right here. So this is keyed actually to the same key that you're going to use for these locks here in order to grab onto your bike. And there is also a cable lock that also is keyed to the same lock. So you have 3 different locks on here that are all keyed to the same key, which is very convenient. And the great thing is this product also features a hitch tightener right here. And I tell you, once you put this on, this does not jiggle or I mean, nothing moves once you put this on. It's a very solid and secure connection to your 2-inch hitch. Okay, so looking at some of the features of this rack. So we can lock this into place, and then these will actually loosen in order to open up and grab onto the frame of your bike. Okay. Once you do that, then you twist this down, and then you can lock this in place. So you have 2 of these, one for each bike. Each bike is going to sit about 10 inches apart from each other, and they have these really handy, convenient tire locks here. Well, these just slide down in here, and they're very secure and very easy to disengage when you're trying to unload the bike. These are also adjustable for different sizes. So once you get your first tire in, then you can adjust the size, the placement of these depending on the length of your bike. Okay, so let me show you how to load the bikes onto this rack. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull this down. So we're going to loosen this knob. Make sure you hold on to your hardware. And we're going to tilt this down, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw that in place because we are going to pull it back up again. All right, let's grab a bike. Okay, so if you can do this as a 2-person job, then that's great, but it is possible to do it with 1 person. So I'm going to show it to you doing it by yourself just to show you how it works. So the first thing I'm going to do is pick up and put the tire into the first saddle. Okay. And once that is secure, I'm going to lift this up from the back. I'm going to place this tire into this interior saddle. All right. There we go. And now I'm simply going to come over here to the front and move it over. So there we go. So that's the first bike placed into the interior spot. And I'm going to pull this up here. All right, so while I'm holding on to this, I'm going to go ahead and put the tire locks on here. Okay. So that's nice and secure. Come over here to the front, do the same thing. Okay, so the bike really isn't going anywhere at this point, but now we're going to attach these right here. So these will, once you loosen them, you can move these up and down. You can rotate them any direction, whatever you need to do in order to lock onto your bike. With this one, I'm going to bring it down over here, loosen it up. And then that will allow me to grab right onto this stem here. And then simply just tighten this down. There we go. Nice and tight. So this rack is very secure. I've not seen any wobbling as we've been driving down the road. Of course, this locks here, and then with the two bikes together, you lock them together, use a foldy lock, use cable locks, different type of locks to lock the bikes together, to lock the bikes to this frame. I would highly recommend this bike rack for e-bike usage, especially for heavy e-bikes. This rack will hold two bikes up to 80 pounds, and for that purpose, it is an excellent buy. So I didn't talk through this commentary, but I wanted to go ahead and show you loading the second bike onto the rack, just so that you can see that process as well and see how the two match up together. Whenever I load these bikes on, I do load them in the opposite direction of each other, for just the pedals and different components, matching up. I do actually take my pedals off of both bikes so that they're not scratching, the other bike frame or anything like that. Definitely makes the fit better. And as I mentioned, I do take the batteries off because that saves quite a bit of weight in trying to lift these bikes and just the strain and wear and tear on the rack itself bouncing down the road. So yeah, I take the batteries off and the pedals. So this bike rack is designed to work with RVs in order to accommodate for the bounciness that you're going to experience while riding and driving in an RV. Now, you can use this behind your tow vehicle or behind the RV itself. So this rack is very sturdy. I would highly recommend it if you have an RV or if you have a tow vehicle or just even any e-bike application with heavier e-bikes. Once again, these are full-size 26-inch mountain bikes. So we need a nice, sturdy, robust rack, and this is doing the job for us. Thanks for joining us for another Wander Open Roads adventure, and we will see you next time.
Wander safely.